Podcasts. Right now, as you're listening to this, 82 million domain names are running on GoDaddy's servers. That's more domains than there are people in Germany. Today, we're breaking down how GoDaddy became the invisible backbone of the internet, specifically how they turned domain registration into a business empire, what their AI-powered tools actually do, and why 20 million customers trust them with their digital presence. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how one company quietly powers a massive chunk of the web and what that means for anyone trying to build an online business. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is GoDaddy doing that's made them so dominant?
GoDaddy is essentially the one-stop shop for getting your business online. They handle domain names, website building, email, hosting, and now AI-powered business tools. But here's what's interesting. They didn't start as this massive platform. They began as just a domain registrar, but they realized something crucial about small business owners.
What did they realize?
That most people don't want to deal with 5 different companies to get online. You buy your domain from one place, your hosting from another, your email from a third company. It's a nightmare. GoDaddy figured out that bundling everything together wasn't just convenient, it was necessary.
And the numbers back that up. According to their site, they're managing 82 million domains and serving over 20 million customers. That's massive scale.
Right, and what's really striking is how they position themselves. They don't just say we sell domains, they say we help grow businesses. That shift in messaging tells you everything about their strategy.
Let's break down what they actually offer. Domains are obvious, but what about the other services?
So domains come with free privacy protection forever, which is actually a big deal. Then there's their website builder that they advertise as starting free and being mobile friendly. Email that matches your domain. So instead of yourname@gmail.com, you get yourname@yourbusiness.com.
Why does that matter so much?
Professional credibility. When someone emails you from a Gmail address versus their own domain, which one feels more legitimate? GoDaddy explicitly mentions this helps build trust and sales. They understand the psychology of business.
And they have templates too, right?
Hundreds of them, designed for every industry. But here's where it gets really interesting. They've introduced something called GoDaddy Aero, which is their AI-powered solution.
Okay, AI is everywhere now. What makes theirs different?
Well, they have this testimonial on their site that's pretty telling. Someone says, "It's my job to make you believe I can do anything. But when it came to building my website, GoDaddy Aero stepped in and turned my vision into reality." That suggests Aero isn't just generating generic websites.
So it's more about translating ideas into actual websites?
Exactly. And they mention it removes any roadblocks to getting a domain and creating an unforgettable website. The key word there is roadblocks. They're not just making it easier, they're eliminating the technical barriers entirely.
That's actually pretty smart. Most people get stuck on the technical stuff, not the creative stuff.
Right. And Aero includes domain names, online stores, logos, business email, and something called conversations, which sounds like customer communication tools. It's like having a digital business consultant.
Speaking of business, let's talk about their customer base. 20 million customers is huge, but who are these people?
Based on their messaging, it's clearly small business owners and entrepreneurs. They keep emphasizing small business first and talk about helping people get their ideas online. These aren't Fortune 500 companies. These are people starting restaurants, consulting firms, online stores.
And that makes sense with their support approach. They actually list a phone number, 1-480-366-3546, and say they'll help even if you're not a customer yet.
That's huge. Most tech companies hide behind chatbots and help tickets. GoDaddy is saying, "Call us, we'll talk." They even have something called GoDaddy Guides, which sounds like dedicated support people.
It's interesting how they position domains too. They say more than URLs and offer everything from .com to .xyz. What's the strategy there?
Well, .com is still king for credibility, but newer extensions like XYZ can be cheaper and more creative. Though honestly, there's still something psychological about .com domains that makes them feel more trustworthy.
Totally. Like, would you trust a bank with a .xyz domain?
Exactly. And GoDaddy knows this. They lead with .com domains and mention the free privacy protection. Privacy protection used to cost extra everywhere, so making it free forever is actually a big competitive advantage.
What about their hosting and security services?
They promise to keep sites fast, secure, and online, and mention security to help you sleep easy every night. It's not just about uptime, they're selling peace of mind. Small business owners don't want to worry about their website going down.
And they have WordPress hosting too?
Yeah, they specifically mention WordPress, which makes sense since it powers like 40% of all websites. They're covering all the bases, their own website builder, WordPress, templates, AI tools.
Let's talk about their marketing tools. They mention SEO-friendly websites and online marketing tools.
This is where they really show they understand small business. It's not enough to just have a website, you need people to find it. SEO and marketing tools used to require hiring specialists. Now GoDaddy is saying, we'll handle that too.
They also mention something called GoDaddy Payments. Is that like their own payment processing?
Seems like it, which again fits the pattern. Instead of using Stripe or PayPal, you can handle payments through GoDaddy too. It's this complete ecosystem approach.
And they have a logo maker too. At what point does this become too much?
That's a fair question, but think about it from a small business owner's perspective. You need a domain, website, email, logo, payment processing, marketing help. That's traditionally 6 different companies. GoDaddy is saying, just work with us.
It's like the Amazon of web services.
Exactly. And their FAQ section is telling. They ask, why do I need a website? And why do I need professional email? These are basic questions, which tells you their target audience isn't tech savvy.
Right. They're educating people, not just selling to them.
And they position themselves as an all-in-one solution provider with expert personalized support from GoDaddy Guides. That's not just customer service, that's business consulting.
What's interesting is how they handle the complexity. All these services could be overwhelming, but they seem to simplify the decision-making.
Right. They have this section that asks, what's first up for your business, and gives recommendations. They're not just throwing options at you, they're guiding you through the process.
And the AI aspect with Aero seems to take that even further.
Absolutely. Traditional website building required you to understand hosting, design, SEO, all these technical concepts. Aero seems to say, just tell us what you want to do and we'll figure out the technical stuff.
That's actually a huge shift. We're moving from technical barriers to creative barriers.
Exactly. The question isn't how do I set up hosting anymore? It's what do I want my business to look like online? That's a much more interesting problem to solve.
Let's talk about their scale again. 82 million domains is massive, but what does that actually mean?
It means GoDaddy is essentially running a significant chunk of the internet's infrastructure. Every time someone types in a web address, there's a good chance GoDaddy's servers are involved in making that connection happen.
And with 20 million customers, they're not just a domain company anymore.
Right. They're a business enablement platform. The domains are almost like the gateway drug. Once you're in their ecosystem, they can help you with everything else you need.
What about competition? There are other domain registrars and website builders out there.
Sure, but most competitors specialize in one thing. Squarespace does websites well, Namecheap does domains cheap, MailChimp does email marketing. GoDaddy's advantage is doing everything adequately in one place.
And for small businesses, adequate might be better than excellent but complicated.
Exactly. A restaurant owner doesn't want to become a web developer. They want to focus on making good food and let someone else handle the technical stuff.
Their support approach seems key to that. Offering phone support and saying they'll help even non-customers is pretty bold.
It builds trust. When you're a small business owner spending money on something you don't fully understand, knowing you can call someone for help is huge. That's worth paying a premium for.
And they mention award-winning support, which suggests they're actually good at it.
Right. Bad support would kill their business model. If you're positioning yourself as the easy, all-in-one solution, you better actually make it easy when people need help.
What's their business model here? Are they making money on volume or premium services?
Probably both. Domains have thin margins but high volume. The real money is likely in the hosting, email, and premium services. Once you have a customer, you can upsell them on everything else.
And the AI tools probably command premium pricing.
Definitely. AI-powered website building is cutting-edge stuff. They can charge more for that than basic hosting or domain registration.
Looking at everything we've covered, what's GoDaddy's real competitive advantage?
They've figured out that small businesses don't want to be tech companies. They want to run their actual business and have someone else handle the digital infrastructure. GoDaddy is selling simplicity and peace of mind.
And with 82 million domains and 20 million customers, they've clearly found a formula that works.
Right. They're not trying to be the best at any one thing. They're trying to be good enough at everything so you don't need anyone else.
So when you step back from all this, GoDaddy has essentially become the digital infrastructure company for small businesses. They're not just selling domains or websites, they're selling the ability to exist online without needing to understand how any of it works.
Exactly. And with AI tools like Aero, they're pushing that even further. The barrier to entry for having a professional online presence is basically zero now. That's pretty remarkable when you think about it.
What's really striking is how they've turned what used to be a technical problem into a business problem. Instead of asking, how do I configure DNS, you're asking, what should my business look like online?
And that shift has massive implications. When the technical barriers disappear, suddenly everyone can compete online. A small bakery in Ohio can have the same quality web presence as a big corporation.
That's democratizing, but it also means more competition for everyone.
True, but it also means more opportunities. GoDaddy isn't just helping businesses get online, they're helping level the playing field.
And with 82 million domains under management, they're quietly powering a huge chunk of that leveled playing field. Next time you visit a small business website, there's a pretty good chance GoDaddy is running the show behind the scenes.